Good evening, and welcome to Twilight Dance. Tonight's story explores an ancient mystery, one that has been passed down through time. So settle in, relax, and let the story carry you into a quiet and restful night.
As night settles gently over the world, the sky begins to darken, shifting from soft shades of blue into deeper tones of violet and black. The last traces of sunlight fade beyond the horizon, and in their place, a quiet stillness begins to take hold. Above, the stars slowly emerge, one by one, scattered across the sky like distant points of light. And then, rising steadily and without sound, the moon appears. It does not rush. It does not demand attention. It simply takes its place, glowing softly, illuminating the night with a calm, steady light. For as long as people have looked up at the sky, the moon has held a quiet kind of presence. It watches from above, unchanged and constant, while everything below continues to move and shift with time. In many ancient traditions, this presence was not seen as empty or distant, but as something alive. Something aware. The moon goddess. She is not described as a figure of chaos or power, but of calm observation. A presence that does not interfere, but simply watches, guiding the rhythm of night without ever disturbing it. Imagine standing beneath a clear sky, far from any noise or distraction. The air is cool, and the world around you feels still. The light of the moon casts soft shadows across the ground, gentle and quiet. There is something about this light that feels different from the sun. It is not bright or overwhelming. It is soft, reflective, and distant, yet it reaches everything equally. In this light, the idea of a presence watching from above begins to feel natural. Not something close, not something intrusive, but something steady. The moon goddess is often described as having a form that reflects the night itself. Her appearance is not harsh or sharp, but smooth, flowing, almost blending with the light that surrounds her. Her hair moves like drifting clouds, her presence glowing softly, not as a source of light, but as something that reflects it, just as the moon reflects the sun. She does not move quickly. In fact, she does not need to move at all. Her presence is defined by stillness. Below, the world continues its quiet rhythm. Trees shift gently in the breeze, water moves slowly across lakes and oceans, and the night carries on without interruption. And above it all, the moon remains. There is no urgency in her existence. No need to change or act. She simply observes, existing in a space where time feels slower, more stretched, less defined. As you continue to imagine this scene, your thoughts begin to slow as well. The quiet repetition of the night, the steady presence of the moon, and the softness of the light all begin to settle into a calm, steady rhythm. The idea of the moon goddess becomes less about a figure, and more about a feeling. A sense of being watched, not in a way that creates tension, but in a way that feels distant and peaceful, like something is always there, steady and unchanged, even as everything else moves. In many stories, she is not described as speaking or interacting directly. Instead, her influence is subtle, shaping the night in ways that are barely noticeable, yet always present. The rising and setting of the moon, the soft glow that shifts across the sky, the gentle way the light reflects off water and stone. All of it moves in a pattern that feels intentional, yet effortless. If you continue to focus on the sky, the vastness of it becomes more apparent. There is no edge, no boundary, only an endless stretch of space filled with distant light. Within that space, the moon feels closer than the stars, yet still far beyond reach. And somewhere within that distance, the presence of the moon goddess remains, calm and unchanging. As the night deepens, the world grows quieter still. Sounds fade, movement slows, and the stillness becomes more complete. The moon continues its slow path across the sky, marking the passage of time without ever rushing it, and as it moves, the soft glow follows, shifting gently across the landscape, touching everything lightly before moving on. The idea of the moon goddess does not disrupt this process. It becomes part of it. A quiet presence that exists alongside the light, never separate from it, never fully seen, but always there. And as the moments pass, the calm remains, steady and uninterrupted, carried gently by the rhythm of the night. As the stillness continues, the sense of time begins to fade. The movement of the moon across the sky is so gradual that it almost feels unmoving, as if the entire night has settled into a single quiet moment. The light remains soft and constant, casting gentle reflections across everything it touches. Surfaces glow faintly, edges blur slightly, and the contrast between light and shadow becomes less defined. In this softened space, the presence of the moon goddess becomes less of an image, and more of a quiet awareness. She does not need to appear clearly. She does not need to be seen. It is enough that the light exists. It is enough that the rhythm continues. If you imagine remaining here, looking upward just a little longer, your thoughts begin to drift. The details of the sky blend together, the stars becoming part of a wider pattern, the moon holding its place at the center. There is no need to focus on anything specific. No need to search for meaning or clarity. Everything is already as it should be. The presence above remains calm, steady, and distant, never changing, never fading, simply continuing. And as that sense of calm settles in, the world below mirrors it. The air remains still. The light remains soft. And the quiet continues, stretching gently into the distance as the night carries on without end.
Thank you for listening tonight. If you enjoyed this story, there are many more waiting for you here on Twilight Dance. Sleep well, and I'll see you in the next one.